So fundraisers spend so much time on giving history, trying to crack the code of philanthropic motivations. But if you take the 3 gifts that we just looked at, they would not be in any way instructive about or predictive about these individuals giving in the future. And even if you looked at the mission statements of their foundations, you looked at their granting criteria, it wouldn't have helped you in any way. I mean, the T.R. Meehan Family Foundation, I wrote down what their mission is right here. It's to encourage strategic and creative initiatives benefiting youth at risk. Stratford? And yet here we are. The bottom line is there is no singular formula to explain philanthropic behavior. And even if philanthropists have their own rules, they'll break them whenever it suits them. And that's just fine. So if philanthropic motivation is so complex, how do we boil it down into something that is useful, that is accurate, and hopefully simple? I struggled a lot. I mean, what actually explains philanthropic behavior? And it occurred to me that the answer can be found in triangulating the variables that drive the philanthropic engagement and philanthropic impact. And these are, easily displayed through this Venn diagram, but let's dissect these a little bit. So in simple terms, the role of any organization is to identify issues, propose solutions, engage partners, and empower those partners to make a difference. And by doing that, it allows the individuals with whom the cause resonates to engage and invest in its future. It's as simple as that. Now, when thinking about engaging partners, it's important to remember that the philanthropists we interviewed are in the minority. If you look at the data on the ultra-rich, and I mean 50 million plus, only 17% of them contribute in any meaningful way. And if you look at the data on the affluent, on the mass affluent, it's not any more flattering. In fact, the mass affluent give a much smaller percentage of their net worth than lower and middle class individuals. It's 25% difference. And while these numbers are disappointing, the encouraging thing is that those that give a lot. And they give again and again and again. And throughout many of our conversations, it almost sounded like philanthropy was that itch that they just could not stop scratching. And from Eric Sprott telling me that he gives more than he's being solicited for, at least 25% of the time. To Eddie Sunshine telling me that he doesn't have the heart to ever have somebody walk out of his office without a check. To Linda Frum telling me that when she and Howard come back from a fundraising evening they sponsored, many a time they'll say, we didn't give enough.